Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, the members of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the Biafra de facto government in Homeland. Good evening, press people, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are seated here also to listen to me this evening on emergency space tonight. I want to thank the entire Biafrans for their cooperation, their resilience, and of course, the compliance in what we are doing, especially in the delegitimization of the Nigeria in Biafra land. I want everyone to understand as I will go closer to December 2024 convention in Finland, the enemies are panicking and are quaking. I want you also to understand that when a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. I want every one of you Biafran people to understand that our freedom is indivisible. The chain on any Biafra person today is a chain on all of us. The chain on my people of Biafra is a chain on me. And that's why, for those who are wondering, why do we have all this good life in where we reside residing in a different part of the world, and we decide and choose to fight for our people who are back home? It's because the chain on them is also a chain in all of us that are fighting from exile. My fellow Biafrans, today marks the 9th day of the 30-day lockdown of the Nigeria institution within Biafra land. And I want you to understand that we have recorded success in this phase of the delegitimization that is being enforced by Biafra government. I want everyone to understand that as we approach this December, when they were thinking that what we are doing is joke, and all of a sudden, they have come to realize that is no longer a joke. A lot of propaganda will be flying out there. You may see uprise and upsurge of other many spokespersons springing up from all over Nigeria, from Arewa to the Afonjas. All of them are coming on social media today to tell you who is working for Nigeria government and who is not working for Nigeria government. We've actually passed that particular stage. I am not here to debunk their nonsense propaganda. I'm just here to tell you, Biafrans, that you must stand very strong. As more propagandas will be coming, you must stand very strong. We have been able to nurture you for a day like this. And that is the reason we must all be very tough in our standing firmly for the Biafra freedom. There is no other reason we are doing what we are doing today other than to be free from the Nigeria and the British enslavement. I want every one of you to understand that when the water starts boiling, it becomes very foolish to turn off the heat. The water is boiling, the Nigeria is boiling, and it will be very foolish of you and I at this point that the water is boiling and Nigeria is boiling to quench the light. It's very foolish. We will never quench this light. We will never turn off this light and the heat that is making this water to boil, because our main target and main reason why we put the heat on in the first place is to make the water to boil. Our water is boiling today. We will not off the heat until we are done with why and the reason we put the water to that temperature. My brothers and sisters, my fellow citizens of Biafra, I want you to understand that in the coming days and weeks, a lot will be happening in Biafra land. The delegitimization of Nigeria will come with a lot of resistance. We are going to stand very firm to defeat this giant Goliath, which is known as Nigeria. We, as small as we are, in David form, will show the mighty power of God that we worship in the coming weeks. I want you to understand that our aim and objective is to make sure that Nigeria never breathes till December. I told you people a few weeks ago that this particular phase we're entering is a phase where we will never allow Nigeria to breathe till December declaration. My fellow citizens of Biafra, I want you to understand that those that are falling victims of Nigeria state terrorism, I want you to understand that every death will be revenged. Every death will be avenged by the Biafra government and Biafra forces. Nobody will kill Biafra under this my watch as a Prime Minister of Biafra government, both in the homeland and in exile, and they will live to tell the story. Those who committed these atrocities against Biafra in Ogbaro will be hunted down. The promise I have come to give you today is that those who perpetrated these heinous crimes, the terrorism against our people in Ogbaro, will be hunted down. I want you to go and mark this particular word I'm telling you today. All of them who came to Ogbaro to kill our people in the name of terrorism will be hunted down by the Biafra forces. It's not going to take time. And hopefully, we are going to post them on social media, how we have been able to decimate them in a few days to come. My fellow Biafrans, I have come to tell you this evening that the 21 days that is still remaining, you remember to stay out and stay away from Nigeria facilities. Very, very important. Stay away from any Nigeria facility. Stay away from secretariat. Stay away from police. Stay away from the terrorist army. Stay away from their checkpoint. This is something that is going to take a lot of time for the delegitimization to completely take effect. It is going to take a lot of time. So if nothing is happening in your area, do not think that we have forgotten your area. The entire Biafra land is sealed as I'm talking to you today. The entire Biafra territory is sealed. And simultaneously, the delegitimization of Nigeria will continue to take place. We will continue to defend our land against Nigeria terrorism. We will continue to defend our